Good morning. This is Daniel Tepper, the NASDAQ market site for BioBusiness TV. We're with Charles Duncan. Charles, good morning.
Good morning, Daniel.
And today we're talking about Myriad Genetics. Charles is one of the analysts on Wall Street that has been following Myriad for the longest. And Myriad is a name that probably few investors and industry insider know, but it's a name that's going to be recognized increasingly in years to come. So, Charles, tell us a little bit about the history of Myriad and where it's going.
Well, you're right, Daniel. I am the analyst that's got the longest coverage on Wall Street on this story. And it's a very interesting story because it's a very different business model than the majority of biotech companies. It's a hybrid business model. It's a combination of a drug development business and then a high-value molecular diagnostics business. That's a service business. It's generating revenue. It actually turned profitable recently on a cash flow basis. So you've got this kind of mix of two different businesses.
Myriad licensed out his lead pharmaceutical product, I believe, to Lundbeck in Europe. Got a nice $100 million down payment. Unfortunately, the clinical results were not that exciting. At the same time, the stock of Myriad still, as the combination of the two businesses has gone up, I believe, from 46 to 68.
A lot. So, yeah, really unique scenario. It doesn't happen often in biotech. In fact, just the opposite happens often, where you have a phase 3 failure for a drug. The stock often gets cut in half. In this particular case, the drug, Flurazam, for Alzheimer's disease failed. And because of the value in this other business, which people were counting on and looking forward to, the stock actually went up. It's up about 50% in the last couple of months.
Is that based on the expectations that the two businesses are going to be separate, or that just Myriad will discontinue the pharmaceutical business and focus on molecular diagnostics?
Yes, so I think the expectation is for them to split the two businesses. If they split the two businesses, you're going to have a lot more visibility on the earnings power that comes with the PM business. Mm-hmm. They could also, of course, shut down drug development, but I think they have some unique assets in drug development as well. And that business, if adequately capitalized, would be a fairly unique set of assets as well. So I think that they could viably spin off that business as a separately traded drug development business. If they gave it roughly 5 years worth of cash burn or $250 million, that would be a fairly unique trading asset in itself in biotech land. However, it's the PM business that the majority of investors want to invest in because of its scarcity value. It's a fairly unique business. In addition, it's got great top-line growth and great bottom line. They actually turned in this last quarter well over 40% operating margins in that business. It's spinning off good cash.
Who are the key competitors in this molecular diagnostic
Well,
business?
There are mind share competitors in high-value molecular diagnostics, but for example, Genomic Health is another company that we cover, and one of the best high-value molecular diagnostics companies out there. But there are no direct competitors with regard to Myriad's products and their potential at this point.
If you look at Roche diagnostic business, is that complementary, competitive on some segments?
I think it's complementary, and I think that, you called it's Roche. Perhaps they could become an acquirer of Myriad in the future. Who wouldn't want to buy a business that has, 30, 40% top-line growth and 40% bottom-line margins? That's a pretty interesting cash cow. So the future lies ahead in that case. But, Roche is not a competitive business. Roche has products in high-value molecular diagnostics, but they're not doing what Myriad's doing.
the lead product from Myriad, I understand, is a breast cancer molecular
Yes.
diagnostic. So that would fit, quite well with Roche, not only diagnostic business, but also pharmaceutical business.
Yes, so we need to make the distinction. You're right, it would fit very well, and we think in the future it's going to fit even better. But there's really, within diagnostics, a couple of different flavors. There's personalized medicine, which is the best drug for the right drug for the right patient. There's also predisposition medicine, so that's what Myriad does. Their lead drug tells you that you may get a disease. And then there's actual diagnostics. You have the disease. So those are kind of that's the continuum.